Always appreciate it, Josh. I'm super privileged to be down here with you guys. Being invited in here is something I look forward to because I always love selling with new people, and obviously I'm a huge people person, and I love that. So the more time I get to spend with more people, the more I enjoy it, the more I love, the more I sell. It's also really cool too for me. Like, I believe that I am a culmination of the best minds in our business because I have been very committed to learning from all of them for years. I continually still listen to the same talks over and over again. I continually go out, for 2, 3, 4 days at a time and cross-train with people because there's something new that somebody's doing all the time. There's a new innovation. There's a new nugget to be gleaned. It's funny, like I'm coaching with Jason Jeffrey. I'm paying 5% of my sales this year. Like I just had a $9,000 paycheck go to Jason from my month of August sales. Like I was like, oh wow, I thought I was gonna have like over 50 grand my paycheck, and it was less than that because of how much just went to Jason. And I'm like, and it was 100%. I still made more money than if I hadn't been coaching with Jason this year. So I challenge anyone that's like, oh, 5%. It's like bull crap. It is a very small amount because I'm gonna have this information forever. Challenge your coaches too. If you've been coaching with somebody, if you're like, hey man, like I've learned this stuff before. Like I had challenged Jason at the beginning of our, after the spring had finished. I was like, listen man, like I'm getting good stuff, but I learned all this stuff from you 3 years ago because I've been cross training with you and I've been a student of you for 3 years, right? It's like, what don't I know? Like I'm constantly asking, like, teach me the things I don't even know that I don't know. How often have you asked somebody like, hey, Steven, what do you know? Like, what do you do? What do you do? Like, what superpower do you have that I don't even realize that it's lacking in my business? So for you guys, like challenging you guys with price positioning, literally we're just giving ourselves a pay raise. With customers, when they come back to the booth, like I'm like, hey, listen, like you can walk away, like you can not get Cutco this year, but it's gonna be more expensive next year. Why? Because I'm gonna have bundled something new with it next year. It's cheaper for them to buy a vegetable peeler from me right now because next year, even if Cutco hasn't had a price increase, I'm gonna sell them a whole gadget pack next year. It's gonna be that much better. It'll be cheaper for you in the long run if you buy this from me now because I'm gonna find some way to make this more expensive next year. Why? Because my sales keep getting better, my salesmanship, right? I've gotten so good at positioning a homemaker as is that I'm like, you would be stupid. You'd be better off taking this fork and throwing it away than taking it out of your set. Because the second you take it out of your set, Mrs. Jones, the price doesn't actually go down, it actually goes up. Right? That's verbiage that I'm using with my customers to help them realize not only should you buy it for full price, right? But you should buy the package as is. Here's why. Right? If somebody gives you the objection like, oh, like I wouldn't use the 2 forks, I'm like, cool, give those away as a present. I'm like, you're better off, unless somebody's telling me like they're not gonna use half the pieces in the set, that's the only time I'm customizing sets now. And when I customize a set, I make it a really big deal, right? How often we used to just throw it, like, I watch Jason and he makes free shipping a big deal, right? We control our customers' perception about what they're getting. We can make them feel really great about the fact that they just spent $12.73 on a homemaker and I gave them a free vegetable peeler. But they could just go online and buy it for $12.73. Right, they don't get a free vegetable peeler. They don't get me as their rep. So one of the big things I taught Mike Dowd that has helped him crush the Iowa State Fair was like having an about me section in his demo. It's like, I'm like, do you talk about what the extra stuff that they get with you that they wouldn't get with anyone else? What's the extra stuff what's your personal brand? So like I have an about me section in the thing that's just, it's generic. It's like after I've explained the sets and stuff, I'm like, oh hey, by the way too, what's really cool, what my customers love buying from me here at the fair is that like you get me as a rep too. So like I'm gonna be the one that helps you out with service in the future. I send out 1 email a month that has tips on knives and recipes. They're usually really cheesy and fun. A lot of my customers tell me like it's like the highlight of their day when they get my emails. I'm like, what's cool with those emails is that you don't have to wait like a whole year. Like if something gets damaged, like the other day I sent out my content email, which like this happened once, but this is how often does this happen to us all the time. I sent out my content email and like a customer emailed me back like, Seth, this knife fell down the garbage disposal and got all chewed up. And instead of having to wait a whole year to see me at the fair, I just emailed her all the instructions. She just mailed it in, got a brand new one for free. A lot of times we think like, oh, if I'm not going out and doing like an in-home sharpening for them, like I'm not providing them service. I provide immaculate service. Within 48 hours of them sending me an email, they will have a response from me. Right? This is something that Josh challenged me with 2 years ago, which was like, what's your commitment and your standard for how a customer interacts with you. Like, if you're not good at it, like I went through some really big growing pains where like my business expanded so much, I got so busy that like I was signing people up for service calls and not following through within 6 months. Yeah, like I would maybe call them once or twice, but there wasn't an effective strategy. So now I don't promote in-home sharpening anymore. I never do. I promote the fact that like we have service events now. Like what it used to be is like I would give customers the option like, yeah, you can like bring them to the show if you want. I touch them up for you here. Most of my customers is every 5 to 10 years they send them their whole set to Cutco. It's positioning yourself, right? Whether it's price positioning or whether it's situational positioning, like position your business for what you want. Josh also challenged me on this. Is like talk about your business as if it were a 6,000 plus customer business, a 10,000 plus customer business. How are you going to be running this as a CEO? Start talking about your business, how you plan on running it a year, 2 years, 5 years from now. So when I talk about the fact that like they get preferred customer discounts through me in the future, right? When I do a discount on a set, I let them know like that's coming directly from my commission. This is not like I'm not just arbitrarily giving you the price of whatever you want. When you price position things correctly, full price is still a good deal, right? Even if like they're saving $200 off on the set. If you were to walk into Best Buy and like you were like prepared to like, oh yeah, like you have this TV on sale, it's $200 off. And they're like, yeah, hey, by the way, like I'm gonna give you like this $50 gift card too. Would that be weird? You'd be like, sweet, I was planning on buying this anyways. You just give me an extra $50. That's what we do when we give them a free ice cream scoop, a free peeler. Like it doesn't have to be a lot. My signatures and ultimate sets usually get 2 free gadgets. And you know what else you also get? All 3 of the Cutco cutting boards. These are endless cutting boards, Mrs. Jones. You get a $50 straight edge sharpener. So if you want to be able to sharpen them yourself, this is what I use in my kitchen. It's awesome. It actually recuts the edge. It literally makes it like brand new. The angle's already set from the factory. It's super simple, and even that's guaranteed forever. So when you wear it out eventually, in 15, 20 years, you'll get a brand new one of those too. And like most of my customers, they just touch it up like right before like the holidays and stuff like that. They're not using it on a very regular basis. But like how often are we forgetting, like with a homemaker set, uncustomized, they get a free $50 sharpener and a free $30 cutting board. And this cutting board, Mrs. Jones, this is an endless cutting board. Like we do not talk about those enough. Like how badass the cutting, like you'll never have to buy another cutting board again. It's antibacterial, right? They have rubber pigs on the bottom, so it doesn't slip or scratch at the countertop. It's shaped like a plate. Like even our cutting boards are really well engineered, right? So when you're positioning at full price, the only verbiage that changes is like they're like, hey, what kind of deals do you guys have going on? Do you guys have any fair specials? My first response is always like, yeah, a lot of people say we have more than fair specials. And they're like, I'm like, I know, right? Like, don't worry, there's never a dull moment here, right? Bad jokes, immediately refocus them. My boiler point, like my boiler knee-jerk reaction is always, hey, what kind of specials do you have? We have some amazing specials here at the fair. Most people save anywhere from 10 to 30% off, just depending on what you're looking for. Is it okay if I show you some of the new programs Cutco's come out with? Or is it okay if I show you a quick demo on Cutco? It's a generic response right into what I'm going to show them. And what I'm going to show them is programs. The more we talk about programs in Cutco, the better we're going to be at selling 1,000+ package deals, right? Doesn't matter what happens. If you're talking to a customer that's like looking at buying 4 knives for her kids, she should buy an ultimate upgrade. Because she can get those 4 knives for her kid in her upgrade, she can get 5 more pieces for herself. Hey, if you don't need an extra block, what we can do is I can actually just give you the credit of the block off on the set. Like, oh, okay. So like, yeah, so we just pick out 9 knives. So now she's getting a 5-piece special, her kids are getting 4 knives, and now we're price positioned at $1,200, and it's gonna be full price. And to make her feel special, I'm gonna give her an ice cream scoop for free for herself. So the more we can talk about like, hey, by the way, like since you're already looking at 4 or 5 pieces, rather, like you actually might be a good idea for us to just take a look at our upgrade special, because with that we can kind of customize the upgrade around what you want to get. But that way we get you like a package deal on it. Then we're going to talk about exclusive event specials, right? Dow had just sent out, like I sold at the Iowa State Fair 469 5-piece specials. The only thing that what I built up was that they were getting a free tray with it. They got a free peeler, and they got a free endless cutting board, which is a medium cutting board. Those were the 3 free things, and it was $100 off. So it's $570 normally, on sale for $469. Then, if I really needed to, I had done a really great demo, I would drop down, I'd give them an on-hand paring knife, $405, $80 a month. Every single person does it. They're stupid if they don't do it. So when we position ourselves at full price, Dow took it a step further. Like Like after he did that, he just designed a new one. He sent me pictures like, got to find a way to beat you. And it was like $4.99, and he's charging him for the cutting board. And I'm like, why not? And all he doesn't have like discount, here's the price. Whatever we focus on, whatever we promote to the customer is what they're focused on. So if you're like, this is the end all be all, this is the lowest place, the lowest price, you're never going to find a better price than this, then what are they looking at when they go to Costco? Wait, is this a lower price than what I got there? They said that was the lowest price, but like there's a package here that's a lower price. Versus like, hey, you got exactly what you wanted from me, you get a full-time service rep to work with, and I gave you a free blank. Right? So with all my packages, like a homemaker, a gal, it doesn't matter, like they're getting a free pocket knife, a free fishing knife, a free hunting knife, a free shears, a free cheese knife. How often do they want a cheese knife, right? If we promote it right, it's like, hey, you know what I'm going to do on top of that? On top of the set discount from Cutco Corporate, I'm also going to buy you the $90 cheese knife and include that for free too. And that he's actually best buds with the spatula, so those guys are sliding together, right? Yeah, so those guys, oh yeah, these guys are best buds. They just slide in together. Yeah, they love hanging out. So it's like, how often are we doing stuff like that, right? Where we position it, like if you do a great demo, like we control their perception. So if their perception is that this is a great deal, and this is the best time to buy Cutco, it is. LA County Fair's been selling full price for 2 or 3 years. And all it is like we focus them by setting the frame. So like the frame is always like, oh yeah, like most people wait the whole year to buy from us here at the fair, Roger, because we have exclusive specials here you can't find anywhere else. A flatware chest bundled with a 6-piece accessory set is an exclusive deal. Cutco Corporate doesn't sell that, bundled together, right? They can go out and buy them a la carte. And then on top of that, the reason that so many of my customers like to buy it here is on top of the crazy, ridiculous deal that Cutco Corporate's doing, I'm doing this for my customers. And I start off with something small. Like I'm actually buying my customers an extra $100 with a free product. What that allows me to do is, if they're like, well, what, like if I can't find something they're excited about, which is rare, then I just help them. Like I'm like, hey, I'll tell you what. Like, man, I'm not supposed to do this because it's already such a crazy deal. But I'll tell you what. If you since like you're not really so excited about something else, I'm just gonna get you the lowest possible price. I'm gonna take that $100 worth of free Cutco I was gonna give you. I'm just gonna take it right out of my commission. I'm gonna knock the price down from $16.67 down to $15.67. Now you just gotta promise me in the future you'll only buy from Cutco Seth, the sharpest guy you know. All right? And then it's something special. Like they can go online and say like, oh, it's $13.99. I'm like, yeah, that's just for the flatware chest. And by the way, like remember I told you like that was the special like Cutco Corporate's doing. Right, so that's how I position the flatware chest. It's our biggest and most heavily discounted thing here at the fair. And what's cool is because Cutco Corporate's sponsoring that deal, on top of that, what I'm able to do is I'm allowing my customers to basically double dip on the discounts. Right? If you give them a discount and you give them something free, I'm like, you're literally triple dipping on our specials here. Right? You know, like coupons cannot be combined. Right? We're combining all the coupons here. Right? We're giving you a discount, giving you free stuff, giving you a Cutco Corporate discount. Like this is insane. Like you'd be crazy not to do this, right? Like, could we buy it later? Like, hey, you can always buy Cutco later. Like my goal is always to give my customers the best deal possible when they're ready to buy it. But like the prices go up all the time. They do, because whatever we charge the customer is what they're gonna get, is what they're gonna pay, right? The customer can call you and be like, hey, I'm looking for a homemaker for my kids and a shears. Cool, that's $1,400. And you know, on top of that, on top of the discount, I'm gonna throw in a $50 peeler for you for free. Cool, right? So how many things can we, again, the prices go up all the time because we are giving ourselves a price increase, right? We're giving ourselves a pay raise this state fair. We're no longer gonna be like shooting ourselves in the foot being like, yeah, how many people here have had somebody walk up and how much are the table knives? They're normally $164, we do them on sale here for $125, $123. And they're like, okay, cool, thanks, I'll keep walking. All right, thanks, I was just curious. Where is there to drop down from there? I go, oh yeah, we have some amazing specials. Check this out. I pull out my book, and I have a table knife sheet. And table knives are $184 with a tray, and on sale here for $159. Now I have 2 drop downs, right? By selling at full price, you guys, we're giving ourselves more leverage. Because the thing is that no matter what, 90% of our customers are going to say, I'll think about it. So why start with a ridiculous deal already? Start with full price because, one, Cutco should be more, right? Like leverage, when we're selling them a 5-piece special, leverage the fact that you're literally getting the best 5 pieces discounted from our $3,000 set. To get this combination of knives, the Santoku, cheese knife, petite carver, trimmer, paring knife, to get that combination of knives, normally you have to buy our signature or ultimate set. We have pre-packaged those as a discount and discounted them here to basically get our customers started with what they're actually going to use. Price position Cutco against Cutco too. Like even if they're like only interested in pieces, something I learned from Jason was like always still show them a set. And like, yeah, here's the great thing is instead of spending $1,200 or $2,000 or $3,000 on that big set of knives, you're not even going to use half the pieces. Now we're building trust. I'm like, we're going to get you exactly what you want and will use. And it's only $469, only $470 today. And here's what's really cool: it's $90 a month. Have you ever like walked into Target or Walmart like planning on buying like one thing, $100, $200 later, you're like, what the heck happened? Right? Happens all the time, right? No, I just planted the seed of like, hey, look, you weren't planning on this. You make unplanned purchases all the time, is what I'm teaching them. Like you make unplanned purchases all the time. This is only a $90 unplanned purchase. This is not a $400 unplanned purchase. You're going to spend $100. Curtis is the king of this. Like you're going to spend $100 or $200 walking around here on random things you're not even going to be using a week from now, let alone a year, 2 years, 10 years from now. So how often can we price position and sell for full price? It's like with the cookware. That's an exclusive deal you're getting here at the fair, where it's bundled with the kitchen tools. The kitchen tools adds like an extra 20% CPO by having those bundled together. So it's like, how like are you selling them on that, right? On the fact like even the kitchen tools are badass. You melt a handle, you get a brand new one for free. You're going to consolidate all the wood ones that collect bacteria and all the plastic ones that melt. You get one nice set. Like we call this the clear out the drawer set, right? People that are interested in a gadget are now buying the 5-piece gadget set with the shears. Why? Because everyone needs an extra scissors around the house, even if you already have one. Here's what's great too, Mrs. Jones. Most of my customers already have like a peeler, ice cream scoop. Like they either use them as a stocking stuffer, or honestly, it's never a bad idea to have an extra one in the kitchen anyways. My mom literally had to buy a second peeler because everyone always fought over the good one at the holidays. Right? So it's like, it would actually be probably the same, maybe even more, to take it out of the package because it's so discounted as a set. Again, when it comes to selling at full price, $12.73 is a steal on the homemaker. If I customize it and I keep it at $12.73, that's a hell of a deal. That is a huge deal, and like we need to like be promoting that to them. Like, hey, listen, like when you go to a dealership, if you want to change one thing on the car, how much does it cost you? Is it like, oh yeah, like it'll only be like $50? No, like everything's like a minimum of $1,000 if you want to customize anything, right? Think about this, like we're gonna get you exactly what you want, all the best pieces from our $2,000 or $3,000 set in a basic starter set. And you know what I'm gonna do for you? Not only am I gonna customize it for free, which costs a ton more, I'm also gonna pay all the upgrade fees for like when we swap out like a $50 fork and put in like $120 scissors, I'm gonna pay that extra too out of my commission. I'm doing this because I want you guys to get exactly what you want, and I want you guys to be loyal to me. So as long as you guys promise, like in the future, if you ever buy Cutco, you'll only buy from Cutco Seth, the sharpest guy you know. By the way, how many times am I dropping that throughout my thing? It's like we are branding ourselves. Like have fun little monikers, but like brand yourself as like, hey, like I'm your guy. I'm the person that you'll go to. Like what's great is like when you need your Cutco sharpened service in the future, I'm like your Cutco liaison, your Cutco concierge. I provide concierge-like service. So the reason that you should buy from me is blank, 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 right? Because this is the biggest event in the nation, because this is the biggest event in Texas, because this is the biggest event, whatever it is. Literally, I was up cross-training with Brandon. He was doing the Upland Lemon Festival. And like he was saying, like, this is the largest 3-day event we do in the area. And they were like, oh, wow, like, okay, cool. Like, it's like the LA County Fair is literally like 2 blocks from there, right? It's like obviously not the largest event they do in the area. It's the largest 3-day event we do in the area. The more ways we can make, the more ways we can help our customers realize this is the best time to buy Cutco, the better. The more ways we can help our customers realize like buying this right now for this deal is the best deal possible. Costco shoppers. There's like some great verbiage that I've found that has been working really effectively. Like at the Minnesota State Fair, I think I sold Signature and Ultimate, maybe 2 Signatures and Ultimate, and like a couple homemaker sets to people that were Costco buyers originally, right? And literally, it's like all the change was like, oh yeah, Costco's a great place to buy Cutco, especially if you're just getting started. The reason why everyone likes shopping with us here at the State Fair, though, is because we can get you actually, like, because you're a Costco member, we can actually get you Costco pricing. So, like, we can actually do special pricing for you if you want, because you're a Costco member. So that makes them feel really good. Literally, I had one guy that spent $800 with me. It was like, I'm like, oh yeah, check it out. Like our gadget pack, like this is the normal price. This is the normal sale price for it. Because you're a Costco member, you actually get it for this much. And I took like $10 off the price. He's like, oh sweet, I got an extra discount because I'm a Costco member. Like, he literally, like, the next 4 things he like looking at is like, well, what's the Costco price? I'm like, yeah, it's actually this much. And it's like a couple bucks off on each thing. And he basically, at the end of the demo, I had given him like 2 gadgets for free, and he was spending $800, right? Why? Because all it matters is that you're getting a great deal, you're getting exactly what you want. Here's the thing with Costco, like, it's a great place to buy Cutco if they're selling, if you're buying exactly what you, if they happen to have in a package exactly what you want. The odds of that happening are pretty small, and the thing is, like, they don't have like really like that much of our product at all, and everything's in a package. So what's awesome about buying it here, you can get exactly what you want, and we can actually match Costco pricing. So like on the homemaker set, like they sell a customized version of this set there for $11.99. So if you just want the lowest possible price, I can actually match that price for you as a Costco member. But what a lot of my customers like to do is they like to take advantage of the other deal we can do here, which is extra bells and whistles. So like what a lot of my customers do, instead of just taking an extra $70 off the price, you know, for their Costco membership, they have me include our $112 shears for free. And now they don't feel entitled to those shears. They feel like, oh, cool, like I'm getting hooked up extra special because I'm a Costco member. And I was like, and here's the thing, like they don't, like the shears don't, like I go, yeah, here's the thing, like I can get you that price if you want, or else what most of my customers are doing is taking advantage of our extra bells and whistles for Costco members. So for Costco members, on top of the discount on the set from Cutco Corporate, which is already $200 off, on top of that, basically I buy and include these $112 shears for free for Costco members. And there's this little attachment that goes right inside the block that slides in there. So basically you're getting like kind of like some of the best pieces from our bigger sets in a smaller set. And here's what's awesome, blah, blah, blah. And then like I tell them about how great the set is and why they'll like every single piece in the set. Our philosophy is it's not broke, don't fix it, right? The homemaker set hasn't changed in 70 years. But yeah, Cutco's innovated and come out with a lot of new stuff. Why? Because if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like even if you think you'd never use these forks, you're literally better off buying the set, throwing those forks away. But like, don't throw away Cutco. Like honestly, just give them away to somebody if you're never going to use them. But here's why you actually really like having the forks. And then I sell them on the forks. I'm like, yeah, this one does 25 pounds of weight independently, 35 pounds of weight independently. 2 forks work well together, lifting things out of, like I actually pick up the forks. I go together for lifting like a turkey ham roast or brisket out of the roaster. If you guys ever do like pulled pork, even the forks are super sharp. You can literally shred the meat with it. That's been like, I've had a lot of people like, we're in Texas. Everyone does pulled pork, pulled chicken, stuff like that. Like even the forks are super sharp. So you can like shred your meat with it. What's nice too, like this is the pickle fisher. It gets things out of jars, olives, pickles, cherries. You're gonna love it. And the thing is like, you won't use the forks all the time, but like I was thinking like I would never use a fork and then I got it and I finally use it all the time for way more things than I thought I would. It's like, how often does a customer think like, oh, I would never use that? And you explain it, they're like, oh, I would use that all the time. So don't let a customer tell you when you show them the set, like, yeah, this is what comes in the set. They're like, oh, I'd never use that, I'd never use that, I'd never use that. And I'm like, cool, well, just so you know, like if you want, like I can show you a different package that maybe excludes those things, but here's why you'll like having this. Blank, 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 blank. And I give them all the reasons. We are salesmen and saleswomen. Like our job is to sell them Cutco, not for them to buy Cutco from us. Are you an order taker or are you an order maker? Right? We create their perception, we create the value for them. So why are they gonna, like what compelling reasons are you gonna give them? Like I went so far as to like, with my State Fair team, with Bert, John, and I, we literally made a sheet, we designed a contest, we made a sheet, we laminated the sheet, and we had it there. It was like we're doing a day of decadence. And it's not gonna be a day of decadence at all. But like we promoted it as this really big deal. It's like, I mean, it's literally like, we're gonna buy steaks and grill them at John's house. But we promote it as like we're going go-karting, we're buying steaks, we're going to go mini golfing, we're going to do all those things. But like we promote it as this big deal. Like here's the reason I'm going to go out of my way to help you get Cutco today. Right? We should have all the reasons why we're going to beat LA County Fair, and we should laminate that. And every single person should have that. Like, hey, by the way, like this is not just like an arbitrary, like pie in the sky, like made up thing. Like this is why we're going to beat LA. Like have a picture of the LA team, like holding up #1, like, you know, like everything's big, and like hashtag everything's bigger in LA or everything's bigger in California, right? That's a direct shot at Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, Mrs. Jones. You gotta help us beat LA, right? How many reasons, how many compelling reasons? I mean, the day, Kelly's biggest day, I think maybe the biggest booth day ever, was her compelling reason not to eat the bug. right? Not to eat the bug. And like, that was something that was like, that customers rallied around. Like at the Iowa State Fair, she was like, we were gonna make a wager. She's like, it's basically just me agreeing to buy you dinner. I'm like, I know, but we're both gonna sell more because of it. Like, yes, I will most likely win, but we're both gonna sell more. We're both gonna sell more because of it. And you know what? We both did. We both sold a lot more. And it's just like, it's just one extra reason why our customers are gonna buy from us. It's like, either they're gonna convince you why they shouldn't buy, or you're gonna convince them why they should buy. So how many reasons can we give them to buy now? And just remember, like, people never remember what they paid. They only remember it was a lot of money and it was totally worth it. So let's help people buy Cutco for full price this year.